What up, y'all? We on Black Image Entertainment. Oh, you was ready?
He wasn't rolling.
Cut up. It is rolling.
Hollywood 007.
You didn't think it was rolling?
No.
We going live.
Oh, we're live now? That's what we do? That's how we do it?
So, I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good.
Why? Because you sat around and did nothing all damn day today?
For y'all that don't know, I work from home now. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I disconnected myself from associating with some terrible people.
Damn.
Terrible.
So anyway, I got a video of that story. Don't know if we're gonna ever release it, but just let you know that it has been recorded.
Yeah. And for those of you all that know me, I was doing this when I was leaving. They was like, Cutthroat is crazy. Cutthroat has lost his mind. But anyway, that being said, I do work from home now, and one of the reasons that I wanted to make this video and kind of go live with it was because I think we as people, especially as African Americans, we really take pride in our jobs. If you think about your local bus driver. Not that there are only black bus drivers, but think about how serious they take their jobs, and they show up every day to drive those buses, and they know the people that ride regularly. They have conversations with them. They're personable, and they don't have to be like that, but it's what they do. They must enjoy or feel like they get some benefit out of it, and then they do a good job about it.
Well, the bus driver I know is the one that was in Chicago that was like, "You're going to jail now. You're going to jail now." Bah! And uppercutted that girl through her butt.
You're talking about like 10 years ago?
Yeah, but that was funny. That was funny. I've never seen somebody get hit like.
I've never seen anybody get hit like that either. And you know what? To further prove my point, he took whooping her ass seriously. You know what I'm talking about? He took whooping her ass very seriously.
It's not funny. You shouldn't hit girls, but I'm just saying that was she's crossed the line because she told her not to cross that line.
But she was hitting him.
I know.
She was hitting him in the face while he was driving. So what is the proper reaction if you don't get uppercut upside the head? No, I want to be serious. Now, I agree with you. Hitting women, I'm not condoning that. In this situation, with him driving the bus and having other people's lives in danger while he's driving, what do you feel is the proper response?
To pull over and call the authorities. The proper authorities is the way to phrase it.
I think he called the authorities after he uppercutted her. Let me uppercut your ass real quick.
You're going to jail now.
Bye.
All right, came out of nowhere, but still, yeah.
What about you? What do you feel that? Do you feel like African Americans are committed to their jobs?
Yeah, people leave them alone most of the time. Yeah.
Right. I'm glad you said that. Because being African American in 2018, they don't make it easy. You always have people that blame you for stuff or want to accuse you of being lazy, even though you're doing 2 to 3 times more work than your counterparts, I'll say. I don't think anybody's going to outwork Eastern Indians
West Indies.
or the Asians. Them people love to work.
Yeah.
Ooh, and they be dedicated to their craft. You ever seen an Asian lady play the piano?
Yeah, but the difference is on that aspect is doing your job well and then taking pride in your job are two different things, I would say. Because let's say a random person I work with that's
We'll call them Joe.
not just a woman,
We'll call her Joanne.
the lunch lady, like she'll tell you everything going on with the day, what specials, what you should get. If you do it this way, it'll come out cheaper. If you do this, this is the way to rock it. If you want to get away with the system, get it like this and
That's
get
what
it
I'm
like this
saying.
and save you some money.
That's what I'm saying.
And have a good day and put you on your merry way. I'm like, okay, good looks, good looks.
Like BP. She's pretty high up on the food chain.
BP is his girl, if you didn't know, from previous videos that might not have been posted.
I thought I was hooking up with Sanaya. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What up, girls? You know? Yeah. Holla at me. Anyway, she's pretty high up on the food chain, and you know, she would do her job. Well, I'll say this without revealing too much. She deals with a lot of paperwork and research and stuff like that, and she's really good at it. She's really good at it. Even when she's away from work, her mind still operates that way. And I think what basically the point that I'm trying to make is when you find that position that isn't you're not forced. It's not like it's not something that you just hate to do or you don't desire to do. If you're in that type of position, you may want to elevate yourself and focus on doing something that isn't like taxing on you. Like the people I disconnected from, they were affecting me mentally and physically. They were bringing me down. And while they couldn't understand why I was dancing out of there, if I wanted to make this video to say if you're in that type of situation where you know your job is bringing you down, not allowing you to function as a just general happy person, then you might need to do a job check, a sniff check, and see what kind of changes that you can make. Disconnecting from those people, I'll just leave it like that. A lot of people say that I'm a lot happier, easier to deal with, not as cutthroatish. Still cutthroat. Still cutthroat.
He's still an asshole.
Yeah, well, you know.
Still an asshole.
There we go.
Just saying.
There
A whole ass.
But what's your opinion on, you know, just, you know, having a job that what about your job? Is your job something that's taxing to you? Is it like overbearing? Does it make you happy to go there, or is it misery getting up and going to work?
So here's the difference. Here's the thing, like I said, it's all about the people you work with. So the general people I work with, I don't like to name names or anything like that. There's a good percentage of them that I would like to punch in the throat because they're kind of lazy and whatnot and make my job generally unenjoyable. But I also work in the health field. But the patients I deal with, 99% of them really enjoy the work that I do and enjoy the time I spend with them, and really feel that I'm a good help with them, and I affect their lives too. And
that makes you feel a certain way.
And it makes me feel good.
Right.
I've also dealt with a patient, which I ended up knowing them or being around them in my younger years, per se. Too bad they recently passed,
Sorry to hear that.
but he was ending he was one of my classmates' fathers, and I've actually even been to their house before and everything like that. That's how close we was intertwined. But back then, the parents weren't home, and so we went swimming in the pool and act like total assholes and stuff. But that's another story besides itself. But I didn't make the correlation that was my friend's father. I knew the last name, I knew everything like that, but I didn't think, there's 8 million people with the same
He didn't
last names.
recognize you?
I never crossed paths with him, and when my friend did come to visit his father, I wasn't working that day.
But here's what I want to talk about.
But
No, go ahead.
oh, nothing. I was just saying that the wife was like, "Yeah, you're so great, blah, blah, blah. He loves working with you. He's the only person that he'll really get up for, and feel comfortable and enjoy getting up and do any work." And even on his last days, he was willing to get up and work with me, even though the doctors were like, "Nah, just let him stay in bed." He was like, "Nah, I can get up and work with him." And so that means a lot. And so I ended up. They started asking me a couple questions about me and my stuff and my past, and they're like, "Oh crap, we actually were all around each other forever and a day. Like went to high school, middle school, elementary school type, intertwined all the way through." So it was just crazy that things like that. And so basically, the family was like, "You're probably one of the greatest things about this hospital," and I'm just like, "Okay, well that's awesome." And so when you get stuff like that, you take pride in your work and pride in the feedback. Funny thing is, my cousin, he's a teacher. He was getting ready to quit yesterday. Straight up, we had a long conversation. He was about to quit his job yesterday, but he's a great teacher. He fell into teaching. He didn't want to be a teacher. That wasn't his plan. But he fell into teaching, and he loved crafting little young minds. And he works for a charter school that has a predominantly black in Atlanta, Georgia. And so shaping young black children's minds to be quote unquote woke about just the living world. He just sent me pictures of
the lives that he affected, that he touched.
Of kids writing him thank you notes of being the best teachers that they had. And it wasn't just like a couple, it was a handful of them, a lot of them. So a lot of students that he had this year, out of all the teachers and all the classes that they could have chose, they chose him and his teaching style to
commend.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, "Well, I have a heart. It sucks that I have a heart because I can't quit now because I got all my students with."
But that just further proves my point. What I started out the conversation with is that when we do stuff, I don't know anybody that is terrible at their job. I don't know any brothers. I don't know any sisters that aren't good at what they do in some shape, form, or fashion. Now, what I did want to touch on is those lazy people that you want to punch in the throat. Why do you think that is? Have you ever considered the fact that, they may be, who knows, physically challenged? Like maybe they're not getting enough sleep at night and they don't really particularly have control of that situation? Or maybe they're getting pressures from other areas in their lives that hinder their ability to perform at the best of their capabilities at the job. And the only reason why I bring that up is I think that everyone should get the benefit of the doubt of whether or not they are performing at a standard that meets everyone's expectations. Because typically people, I don't personally know anyone that goes to work and is just like, all I want to do is sit here and collect the check. I don't know anyone that does that. They're black.
I'm talking about me. That's what I say when I go to work.
But
Nah.
hold on, I don't have a problem with you saying that. But where the contradiction is what the story you just told about the gentleman saying that he was willing to work with you because you were there and you were making an effect in his life. So while you may want to just go there and sit, clearly that's not what you're doing, which even further proves my point.
Yeah, I'm just saying that. That's my goal. And I tell everybody that's my goal. And everybody laughs at me. And they're like, Jahad, what shit? They're like, man. They're like, holy shit. They're like, holy shit, what you trying to do here? And I'm like, I'm just want to work and sit here and socialize. I get paid. That's my thing. I was like, I don't want to do any work. And when everybody calls me to work, I tell them that y'all are messing up my work because my work is to sit around and socialize. They're messing it up. That's all I want to do. Collect my check, talk to people, and go home. I don't want to work. But when I do work, I do my good work, and then I get done so I can sit around and socialize.
Well, this live is going to go just a little bit longer than I expected it to go.
Guess my story. I had story time.
No, that's good. I like that actually. I appreciated you sharing that. I don't really get to hear you tell stories like that often, so I just appreciated you sharing that. So one of my people that I talk to on a regular, I have to be careful what I say on live, especially for the next few weeks or so.
Ooh.
Anyway, one of the people that I associate regularly today, and I hope that he's tuned in, or I'm gonna send him the link. He asked me today. He said, "If you could be like a partner with Twitch, would you quit your regular job?" I was like, "Hell no." What about you? I'm just curious what you. So this is the question that he posed today. He said, if you could take your YouTube channel and generate enough income to supplement what you're making currently, if not more, would you quit your job and only do that? Me? Cut up? I said, hell to the now. Because here's my perspective. While our YouTube thing, I'm putting it out in the air, is gonna make that type of income. We're gonna live off of the money just that we make off of this show. Sure. But I'ma still work my regular damn job, and for me it'll just be a supplemental income. I'm not gonna quit my job so that I can do nothing else.
So that's funny that you pose that point. That's the big thing.
That's why I say it's going to be a little bit longer than I anticipated. We live.
So I would love to do YouTube, Twitch, and everything like that, and make crazy money. But me personally, I do have heart conditions, and I have to have great benefits. And what happens with working at a hospital in a regular 9 to 5 is you get good benefits. And so that's kind of hard to walk out on because at that point, I'd have to be making crazy money to supplement the amount of benefits
that you get from your insurance. So basically, you would almost have to make triple of your salary.
Yes, I'd have to make a crap ton. But also, coming from the next standpoint of that, YouTube and Twitch and everything always changes their monetary income ways, the way that you make money. So that their algorithms change all the time, and I don't want to have to worry about the platforms changing and infecting my money, and then my money goes crazy down until I figure out the algorithm to make more money doing this digital media stuff. So giving up the 9 to 5 for something that is it does generate lots of money, but it's always relatively shaky until you're one of those damn near multi-million-dollar channels and things like that. No, I wouldn't give up because I don't make multi-million-dollars right now. So
you're saying that you have a threshold. If you were a multi-million-dollar YouTuber, you would.
I would consider it at that point, yes.
Okay, maybe I would consider it at that point.
Because at that point, little monetization changes isn't going to put you in the
hole. Right.
So it's a little loaded question, but if you're taking about what I make now, no, it wouldn't happen.
Double. Still no. So, but the triple would do.
I think triple, I could cover everything and still be comfortable, even if the monetization
changed. Yeah.
So I'm gonna open up Patreon and y'all can pay me, y'all. Hollywood 007, pay me.
Yeah, well, you know.
But for real, but that also comes with another thing. Ladies, I'm not quite married yet, so it's kind of hard to sell your job as being professional digital media YouTuber, blogger, vlogger to a father and mother. Like, that's what I do. I talk to people online. I can take care of your daughter. Trust me. That doesn't really hold much water as of yet. So,
I don't know. You know,
I don't think it does, unless you have full recognition, as in where you are literally famous, not just internet famous. Will it hold any true water?
So that leads into another good segue.
I thought this video was done. I didn't try to make new segues. I'm just getting points.
You remember the Ain't Nobody Got Time for That lady?
Yeah.
She made a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? All she did was interview or just become an internet star. So the reason why I said that that's a good segue is because your point of trying to impress somebody, your future father and or mother-in-law, by saying that you made millions because you just so happened to hit on the right YouTube channel or YouTube topic that made you viral.
But she's okay.
It don't matter if you got millions in the bank.
Yeah, but everybody knows that your daughter or whatever is dating a complete moron. Because I ain't got time for that. I got bronchitis.
She cleans up nice too. Hey, you cleaned up real well. I gotta give it to you. I think you got your tooth fixed too. Yeah. Did you take that gold tooth out, girl? I seen you clean up.
Oh my goodness. But like I said, or we hide your kids, hide your wife. Remember that dude?
He opened up a salon, didn't he?
He made some money and everything.
Yeah, and then he was on the BET Awards. Yeah.
So
what was his name? Avon?
I don't know. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know. But I'm just saying, he crossed over once he hit that BET. He crossed over to real fame.
Yeah.
So at that point, it kind of is viable. But if he stayed 100% YouTube viral, I'd be like, that dude's ignorant as hell, and that's about all you can get from it. Like that cash me outside girl.
By the time that dude, why do I want to call him Trayvon? I think it's Avon. Anyway, by the time that dude got onto the BET Awards to do his little piece, he was already a millionaire by then.
That's good for him.
So my point is, it wasn't because he went onto BET that he got fame. It was because he was already famous that he got to go on BET.
But he was internet famous, and it had to cross over first.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point.
Yeah. So you might become internet famous. And I don't believe you should have any shame in telling future father-in-law, future and papa-in-law, I'm internet famous. Yeah.
As long as I have the bread and cheddar to prove it, I guess it doesn't matter. Like you
Right.
said, that I got that triple the income that I'm making now.
Right. We getting there, y'all. We getting there. Keep watching. It's coming. Y'all gonna come back to these old videos when we become YouTube millionaires and be like, this is how they started.
Two endless sitting on a couch.
I was subscriber number 200
or 8 or 2 or number 1.
That being said, just doing that. I don't know. Was this a deep thoughts video or was it just like?
I don't know. This was a WTF because I was still tinkering on my phone when you hit record.
This a what the fuck video? And we live. Kept up.
Hollywood 007, be easy. Like, subscribe, find me. Once again, I'll be on the game channel.
Peace.
So that's what